Fans, welcome to Sports Chat. Sitting here with High Risk Impact. Been a couple months since you guys were with us. Had a lot going on in your all's career, and of course, you're coming to follow it on December 11th, taking on the original death row inmates.
Looking forward to that one.
You know, we have a long history with the death row inmates, but we've never faced Willie
Original.
and Jason before.
Well, let me see. I briefly managed Jason and Willie and cost them a match once. And my managerial career with them came to a very painful end. They put me in something
Should've
called
done that, Pat.
They put me in something called lockdown.
What was that?
That sounds lovely.
It involves Willie picking me up and Jason jumping off the top rope on me, and it was kind of awful. Ain't gonna lie.
You always have experienced something like that before.
Didn't walk right for about a week after
We've
that.
experienced clotheslines, very hard clotheslines.
You did have a series of matches with them, and most recently on Great American on Fox 43. You had a tough match with the Death Row. And I was there in person watching the match, and I'm just thinking, you guys have got to get a manager or something. They've got two people on the outside helping them all the time.
Wasn't you chanting for death row inmates?
Well, yeah, I love them.
Why would
But I
you-
was cheering for you guys too.
I wasn't scared of them.
I'm terrified of them.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
I mean, I'm not like you guys. I don't take risks if I can get out of it.
You'll hey, I got one thing to say to you. You'll never get out of life alive.
I want to get out of life dead, but in about 50 years instead of about 5 minutes, because when they lean over that rail and look at you, you just death row.
And as I learned last show, that rail's not like some protective barrier.
No.
They threw somebody through that, didn't they?
Actually, the Soviet stud reached across that barrier and knocked me into the second row,
That sounds
and I was out for. I don't remember the second take.
That's terrible.
Why did you say to him?
Let him be in the Kool-Aid man, not to turn his back on me.
It does resemble the Kool-Aid.
And then he turned around. He didn't turn his back on me. He turned his.
So you guys
Giant
shouldn't be
mid
able to
on
say stuff
me.
like that because you're trained, you have skills, you go to.
Some people tell me he's not really Russian.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
you get bonked on the head enough times, you're liable to think you're anything.
I got bonked on the
Have
head.
you seen Christian Lotus? That tells you the truth.
Yeah.
I got bonked on the head so many times once I thought I was the SECW women's champion and wrestled in big lingerie.
Horrifying sight. Horrifying.
We're going to
That's never
check the
good.
tapes on that one, Pat.
Yeah.
So you might not want to check. the tapes on
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, back to this Great American.
Yeah, you guys, are they ever going to install tag team belts? I
We've
feel like
been-
you guys would probably be the number one contender if
From
they
what
did.
from what I've heard, it's going to be beginning of next year. They're wanting to do a TV title, tag titles. So
And a women's title.
That's in the
Well,
it's in
there's
the
a-
works, but it's just you got to build up.
Of all the
you know.
shows, Great American is trying their best to put on the women's division.
They have
No
a
other
great women's
place
division.
is having a women's division. So
Oh, their women's wrestlers are spot
There ain't
on.
nobody else got a better tag division.
No, that's true.
I know.
And you all are tag team champions in at least 2 other promotions right now.
Yes, we are.
Well, we could
we
unify
saw tag
all
team
of
champions
us.
and the Ego Pro.
Unify the
Severe
entire
Attitude
area.
Wrestling in Knoxville, or Maryville, and the Ego Pro Tag Team Champions in Athens, Tennessee.
So you think your style can work ultimately, just the two of you being lone wolves out there?
Why do you want us to get a manager for? You chanting something?
Well, no, I have no managerial skills particularly, but I'm not going to get out there and
just
find
want
the
in on the
rocks and
money.
get. Well,
I don't.
No, seriously.
I don't
I
like-
watched the
I
match,
don't
and
know.
you all, I thought you were going to beat Death Row.
Well, there is 2 more people on the outside.
But they get involved from the outside. And I saw the woman on Great American. She took a shine to you out there. But she took a shine to Dante too, so I'm not sure what was going on there.
I don't know.
And the girls do chant your names a lot when you're in the ring.
I mean, we're all the best looking tag team.
So you got that going for you. But
Yeah.
maybe you should have a contest.
Now,
Get yourself a valet.
Kind of like the Moncho band you did.
Yeah.
He did get Miss Elizabeth.
now you guys, though, have really taken steps to go to the next level because you've been working out of the School of Morton up in Upper East Tennessee.
Yes, and that is. I'm just going to say this: if you want to be a professional wrestler on any level, that's the place to be.
I mean, Ricky
By
Martin
far.
has the credentials to do it. He's been a big star in the 80s and the 90s and still relevant today.
Arguably one of the top 3 tag teams of all time he was part of it. So I
Yeah.
guess his
And-
tag team insights really helped.
Why is the Rock and Roll Express not in the WWE Hall of Fame? I have no idea.
Politics.
Vince McMahon's a jackal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just saying that's the most baffling thing to me. You got people that have nothing to do. Arnold Schwarzenegger, really? I mean, come on.
I mean, the Hall of Fame's a joke. It's Vince likes you, you get in. If you're like Macho Man, you die, you eventually get in. I
Should be
mean,
laughing, but that's true. It
It's
takes,
true.
it
I
takes
mean,
it's that favoritism thing.
Vince doesn't do it because based on your career. I mean, like I said, you Rock and Roll Express, the Road Warriors, the Rock and Roll Express, and probably to me, when they were together, Arn and Tully made a great tag team because they're just that good at everything they do.
Rock and Roll Express
But
has
the
to
Rock
be
and
the
Roll
number one.
Express, they're right there. I mean, it's according to what style you like. I like the big bruisers. No offense, guys.
So,
I
so
do
you,
like you guys.
so
but I
you're
love
a,
Death Row.
you're a Legion of Doom fan, a little bit more than a rock and roll
Yeah,
fan.
the Legion of Doom. That's it's hard to beat. It's hard to
But
beat.
back to the School of Morton, it's legit. I mean, that place is
You have Ricky Morton, you got Chase.
Chase Owens,
Yeah.
Elliott, Russell, Sigmund. I mean, there's
The
names.
credentials are there.
Independent
Then you
wrestling
have
wise, it's
Kid Cash coming in and training. You got Stone Cold dropping in. You got everybody there. So why
well,
would
if they're in the area, they go by and say hi at least.
anybody goes to School Morton?
So
And it's right here in East Tennessee. I mean, it's,
Chucky, Tennessee.
what is it, about 2 hour drive from here?
Yep.
And so many people, I mean, so many big stars got really started in the Knoxville area, and it's a great launching point for a career. I mean, guys like Chris Jericho got started here, really, and just a bunch of just nameless, countless people, and you guys can follow in that pathway. And
People say Knoxville wrestling is
Take it.
dead. I mean, there's a lot of people that drove it to the ground. You know, you got AJ Gans, Gary Lindell.
Yeah, those guys have ruined a lot of stuff. And like I said, Knoxville's legacy, literally, right around Thanksgiving, two of the best promotions of all time shut down. One of them was Smoky Mountain Wrestling, shut down Thanksgiving weekend, and Continental Wrestling shut down in the month of November right after their Thanksgiving show. And let me tell you, growing up, especially on Continental, because you knew Flair was coming to town at some point, and then there was a time that Fuller shifted over to the AWA, and Nick Bockwinkel came to town, who recently passed away. And that, some of the, just to get to see those guys who I'd seen on TV, and just like, because, you know, the NWA that you watched on TV on WTBS at the time, they didn't tour as a big group outside of that main territory or to the really big cities.
I mean, even guys like the Armstrongs, who were pretty much East Tennessee legends, were just great. I mean, I've heard multiple guys like Arn Anderson and Flair and a bunch of. They said that Brad Armstrong's the best wrestler they've ever been in the ring with.
Knoxville, it used to be
You can
the place to be.
get somewhere from Knoxville, and I believe you still can. I believe you guys are going to make it somewhere if you don't end up, you know,
dead by the
dead by the death row. Because you take big risks. When you
What,
do this.
is they paying this guy Pat or?
It may be.
I had a little talk with him after the match last week.
It's like this. You can be afraid. You can go and run and hide. But what's that going to get you?
Well, you get
We
to-
believe
yeah.
in standing up and facing fears.
You don't have broke bones. I saw the impact that you took out of the ring.
Yeah, but
I mean, that was, you know about risky. That was a risky move. You could have.
Sometimes you gotta
you
take
could have broken
five
an
to
arm,
give
broke a
one.
leg, or anything in the doing.
Sometimes you have to take
And
five.
yeah,
to
you
give
hit the guy and you put him flat on his back. But you know, what if you missed?
that's the whole part of.
He liked. I
taking
think he liked
risks.
crashing and burning more than he likes
You
hitting
roll the
somebody.
dice. You gamble. There's a 50-50 chance every time you
You
do something.
definitely are betting on black when you do that. You know what I mean?
Is this Papa John's?
Now that goes to say I may have a shorter career than other guys that don't do that, but you know.
People will remember you though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they do. They when these guys come
Look
out
at your
and
Shawn
hit the
Michaels.
door,
What did he do?
He
I'm
wasn't
not name
raised
dropping,
there.
but I mean
Randy
he
Savage.
dove off the top rope
Ricky
just
Morton.
as much as anybody else. Ricky Morton.
Ricky Steamboat.
A lot of Rickies in wrestling.
and they do
But-
love to fly.
I heard you're having a show, Pat.
I am having a show, and you know, I feel blessed that I actually came to this part in my life that I could bring SECW back. And on December 11th, we're gonna have it's a toy show. You bring a new unwrapped toy. You get to watch 7 big matches.
Who's featured in that match?
Well, there's a double main event that night.
Main event.
That makes it exciting just hearing that. It's
The,
like, ooh.
the Thug and the Intern are
I thought
gonna.
those guys were like 60 now.
That's a retirement match.
That's why.
It is a retirement match. But the other half of the big double main event would be High Risk Impact and the Death Row Inmates.
That's one you're gonna want to come and see.
The original.
The original.
It'll be a great show, and you know these guys are going to bring it. Probably going to do something crazy. And from my point of view, anyway, maybe not from their point of view.
I got a big spoiler alert right here. This Friday, when's the 5th? The Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
This Saturday, me and Jason Max are going to tag for the first time and last time ever.
Oh my!
I don't even know what to say about
Oh.
that.
And we're taking on the Heartaches.
If it wasn't Christmas parade day, I would so be there.
He must really hate the Heartaches if he's going to tag team up with you.
Well,
That's a dysfunctional tag.
I mean, haven't you tried? I mean, no offense, but haven't you trust the guy? He's on death row for not for good reasons.
well, you know,
I think that's.
I don't know how that happened.
Wrestling makes strange bedfellows.
Honestly,
this may be your future tag team championship going up in smoke right here.
no.
Wants to stop him from
I don't think
putting
it'll
the knife
end
between the
well.
shoulder
It's
blades.
it's a good benefit. We're doing it for Toys with Tots.
Well, I mean, that's a great cause. That is true.
But I don't think.
Jason
I don't
Max
think
kept
it matters.
he kept begging me because Brad wasn't there. He said, "Please be my tag partner." And I was like, "Jason, I hate you, but I'll just do it for you because I hate Charles and Jim worse."
And charity.
Yeah, it's charity.
I mean, it seems like a setup to me, but
Ain't today National Give Back something day? or
Really
You
something?
just give back to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving back to Death Row.
that
Are you
doesn't
gonna be like the Death Row Impact or something?
Yeah.
One night only.
I'm gonna get me a little
I mean,
jumpsuit.
get out on the 5th. Where's the show out on the 5th?
Marvel.
Get out to Maryville on the 5th because you'll never see it again.
Also on the 11th,
They never see him again either because
the semi-main event is Coast to Coast Chris Cameron versus the Hollywood Mafia. You know, Coast to Coast Chris Cameron, a lot of you that are fans of the original SECW probably know him better as Twisted. And, you know, he's going to be there. Of course, the Misfits, which are our good buddy Fat Baby and his partner, the Joker.
Those guys are a little crazy.
Well, they're actually taking on a team called Crazy Insane.
Good grief.
So that match
You didn't have the extra security for that match.
yeah, something. Bring out the asylum.
And on the
That
12th,
Ned's out.
on the 12th, we Shane Daniels or Sal's running the show for Shane Daniels' kid.
Shane, this is a very important show. I really hope everybody can make it out to this one because, Saul puts on a real good show, and you know Shane lost his son, so this is very important to him. And Shane is actually one of my favorite guys in the wrestling.
Very
business.
underrated.
Yeah.
I don't
He
see how
kills
you guys
everything that gets in his way.
For him to be as big as he is, that's one of the most athletic people I've ever seen step foot in a ring.
He really is.
He does cartwheels, front flips, back flips, and they hurt.
You guys are definitely on the old school grind where you go 300 days a year. I mean, you're always doing something.
If I'm not wrestling, I'm not happy.
I mean,
Yeah. Wrestling is
We took
life.
off for Thanksgiving weekend, and it's been the worst weekend of my life. Like I got to see my family, I got to hang out, but if I'm not wrestling, then it's not fun.
And you know, I'm going to throw a couple other names out there from the 11th that you guys know well. Cadillac Cowboy's going to be there.
One of the greats.
Another underrated guy.
Hopefully he sings.
Tim Smiley's going to be there.
Oh, I didn't know
Wow.
that one.
Drew Flanagan's going to be there. And Drew used to play football for me.
Hey, you seem like you got the book going, don't you?
Yeah.
I hope so. Ross Rivers, Deke's grandson's going to be there. So the Death Stalker's going to be there out of the general Morgan County area. So 7 big matches.
Where's
For
the
a new
set
one-
again?
Death Stalker.
No, where's the show at?
Downtown.
The show is in downtown LaFollette. The old bus station, it's at 109 North 1st Street. There'll be flyers if you're on Facebook. There's going to be a map.
You can't miss it. It's right across from.
There's gonna be a spotlight
Old
on top of the
Shelby's,
building.
right by Freeman Park. Plenty of people there. You'll see these guys there, probably flying through the air, maybe
Oh, and
getting thrown through the air at some point.
I'm going to go ahead and announce this. This is not 100% official, but you're going to be able to have your picture made with the General Lee in front of the building that night.
No,
Hey,
that's
And,
a
po- say we're the modern day
possibly,
Yeah,
Ros-
that-
and possibly Roscoe's patrol car.
We were.
Hey, some people call us the modern day Big Boys.
Now, we had to do
I don't know
something.
who's
there.
Bower Luke, but
There was a guy that I ran into. He tours his General Lee with a cooter across the South. And he said, well, if you're doing a toy show, I'll bring it down.
That kind of good.
Well, the kids really love that. Everybody loves to do that. Which one of you two drives when you go to shows usually?
I mean,
So that would make you Bo then. Since Bo
I
drives
guess
most of
so, yeah.
I ride
Is
shotgun.
that the dark haired one?
the time. Bo's the blonde hair.
Oh, well, that works too.
The dark hair one.
You just
Bo-
make great sin in Tennessee asking which one was Bo.
Oh,
we may have to
but-
edit that part out. He's the one that has to climb out the window and
I get slide across
shoot
the
his
hood, so
dynamite
I'm
filled
good.
bow.
That makes sense for me. I tried that one time, it didn't end well.
Now, who's-
What's, go ahead, you go ahead.
I'm gonna say, who's your other main competition these days besides the inmates? Who do you have been feuding with around the area?
A good underrated team's the Young Bloods.
Yeah.
Spooner, Mac, and Big
Who I
O.
hope to bring in
Oh, you love
2016.
Spoonie.
If you want two hard-hitting people, that's them.
And Big O's huge too.
We got
Oh, yeah.
something going with
When
Street
he-
Dreams, too.
When Big O got in the ring with the inmates, and he was bigger than Jason, I was like,
He's a big man.
That's the only time I've ever seen Brad and Jason get thrown around. It made me happy.
Jason, you heard him.
Oh, but we're still going?
oh yeah, we're still on.
Oh.
The Young Bloods, they're really. I know they've seen a lot of action down in the lower part of East Tennessee. They're not. They need to be more well known in their area. I'm going to work on that in 2016.
Young Bloods and
We've
Irish
been,
Impact.
we've
Make
been
it happen.
trying to venture out of Tennessee too.
I think you all been to Ohio.
Yeah, we've been to
West Hampshire.
Ohio. And
West Virginia. And
it's just there's Deep South in Georgia right now. Deep South Championship Wrestling, which I've been trying to talk to that promoter and get him to. I mean, it's just word of mouth.
I know that Brad works with them. So.
Mhm.
Just how many belts exactly do you guys want?
we want them all.
That's a perfect.
You ever seen
answer.
Ultimo Dragon? How he's got all those belts?
When he had the J Crown, the 7 belts.
Just
I
be
want
made
more
up
just-
there.
We're just on the rise right now. We're getting ready to be.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
When you
all,
have-
you know,
More belts, you have more money, and you have more women. Right?
I can't argue with that.
well, I mean, like I say, the women, I can't imagine you have trouble. After hearing the way they chant your name when you come out and watching them chase you around the ring,
Can you blame them?
I really can't.
You did say Funkmaster's valet, you know.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that
she-
she left
yeah,
Funkmaster
what
at the
about
top of the
that?
hat. I don't know what's going on there. I can't
And he
imagine
looked
maybe
pretty good to
Funkmaster
me.
let that help.
Yeah, I did pull the jacket off pretty well.
See, I mean, you all could just, you could have 10 valets, you could line the ring with women.
But they're also a distraction, because he likes to look.
They distract the other team hopefully as well.
They distract the heck out of me.
Yeah, that's true. They are kind of a distraction.
Unless Roxy, you know, beats them all up.
I'm scared of Roxy, though.
She actually held me down at one point.
Well, she's really mean and tough.
Yeah, I know.
She's taller than both of us.
Yeah.
You know what-
That's one hell of a woman. I'll
Well,
say that.
what you need to recruit Nina Monet. Or John Herring.
I was gonna say, is that the big haired girl? I
Yes.
thought that's who that was.
Love her.
Yes.
She's vastly underrated.
Yep.
Anything's better than, you know, taking one from in the back of the head from somebody when you think you're going to win the match.
Yeah.
So what
One
is
death row
the
guy
outlook
out.
for 2016? You know, we're here at the end of 2015. I know obviously you contacted Deep South.
Right now, it's to pretty much it's to quit doing shows that kind of don't matter as to we're more on getting noticed. So therefore, the Great Americans, the Southeastern Championship
Smoky
Wrestling,
Mountain.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling up in
Kingsport.
Kingsport.
Tony Gibbons.
We're
does
trying
a
to get
great
there.
job.
You know, we're doing this right now. It's
Well-
Stola Morton, Great American, and Saul. That's our top 3 things.
I mean,
Well,
Because
what my
Ricky
plan
Morton,
is,
Ricky Morton has all the contacts. I mean, you know, so
Our goal is to keep going up and up and up.
we want to get as good as we possibly can.
my plan
And Ring
is,
of Honor is not far out of reach.
my plan is for these shows, we're going to tape all of them. And there's going to be a Roku channel. There's going to be a YouTube channel. And by March 2016, I plan on to at least be on the local channel 12 and maybe the local station up in Scott County and Clayton County. So
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to get there. You work hard, you're doing it right, we're going to the school of Morton. You're on TV every week already.
and you know you talk about Ricky
Fans
from a
love you
tag
guys.
team perspective, but man, his matches with Flair during the Great American Bash, unbelievable.
There's nothing at all wrong with Ricky's individual skills either.
No.
Just you all wanted to.
And he still does it. Still, today.
Well, I mean, so I'm running around the show. He doesn't look that bad.
No.
I mean, he's still in good shape.
And the school of Morton's like a museum to Ricky Morton.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
pictures, memorabilia, everything you want. Like he probably has like $50,000 worth of stuff in there.
I mean, it's stuff, you know, he's a legend. and
He has
one of the
literally
greatest of
lived
all
the rock and roll. He's lived up to the name.
I mean, if you guys are gonna try to emulate anybody, if you do it like the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
Then you're doing it
Because
right.
if you watch any of that old stuff, as soon as that music comes on, that place erupts.
Oh, that's what pop sounds like.
Yeah.
You know, your 50,000 fans chanting your name.
I mean, and it's crazy.
I mean, I remember when we're talking about Smoky Mountain. I remember when Ricky and Robert came to Smoky Mountain to feud with the Heavenly Bodies. You talk about, I've been to a lot of matches at the Coliseum. I've been to matches where Ric Flair took on Bob Armstrong. I've been to matches where Wendell Cooley and Nick Bockwinkel went at it. You know, I've been to Nitros there. I've never heard that building pop quite like when Ricky and Robert came out. I mean, they got a bigger pop than Wendell Cooley did. And back in the Continental days, if the cat was on top, the house was full.
I mean, maybe we might see a Rock and Roll versus High Risk Impact one day.
You know,
'Cause
Robert.
them guys can still
Robert's. I would say we're talking about Ricky. Robert can still go too.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Be a
would
rock and
great.
roll revival.
I said, the fact that you can get to, you know, just use his brains and his contact, his knowledge, everything, and the resources that because he's a resource.
It's such a
That's
shame
great.
that it's right there.
Yeah.
And no one cares.
Nobody takes advantage of it. Like local Knoxville guys don't.
I
don't
don't
understand
understand. They
it.
wouldn't be up there all the time. I mean, that would be
If I
like, you
didn't,
know,
if I ever get closer to it, I'll be up there every week.
Peyton Manning running the quarterback school over in Knoxville, and then the
There
local
you go.
quarterback's not showing up.
And no, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That would
It's-
be unheard
And
of.
I really hope
Because
that
it ain't-
after the first of the year, I actually come up and see you all at the school more.
I mean, and Chase Owens, who just joined the Bullet Club over in New Japan,
Oh, Chase is great.
he is phenomenal, and he's there every week.
And I said, that
See,
Yeah.
NWA Tag Team Champion.
Him and Elliott.
you guys have done this for years, and you're great at it. But I watched the guys from the School of Morton have their first matches, and they put on really good matches for their first ever match.
It's kind of the line for one of the best to ever do it.
And
Hope Death Row ain't on that train.
you know, if they're on the train, they're escaping.
That's probably just great kids driving by.
But I mean, you guys learning from that. I mean, you've taken your already really high level skill up another notch. I mean, that to me, you know, I do love the Death Row. You made some bias towards them, but that puts you as the guys, the number one contenders for winning that Great American.
Can
Tag
we
Team.
not get interviewed by him next time if he's gonna be such a big death row?
Well, I mean, heck, you know, look at the guys. Watch them.
What happens?
How about we send a message to them through you?
Well, I'll try to tell them something if you want.
Where's a chair?
I think he wanted to hit you over the head with something really hard.
I'd rather that not happen. I mean, come on. I cheer for you guys when you're not wrestling Death Row.
I'm about to take a risk on your butt. That's what we're about to do.
There is a ladder
Nothing
over
any
there.
fight.
Yeah,
No
see
fight.
that ladder back there?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's
There's a table right here.
let's just
I'm
say
leaving.
this is
I'm
about to be
leaving.
violent. Let's just
I'm
end this, fans. We'll see you next week. We'll see you at the show on the 11th.
Where do you
Have
go?
a good one, fans.